Yeah, my name is Séadna. I'm one of the founders of 6 Minute Studios. We are a games company that formed last year. The 5 founders were all employees of PopCap. We were all developers in PopCap, some of us for like 8 years and 5 years and stuff like that. And we decided to set the company up last year, and we have been working on our first game for a year. The first game, which is Monster Mini Games. It is currently released now on Facebook and Android last Friday, which is why this there hasn't been as much care of and attention put into this presentation as would normally be, and you know, the bags in my eyes. So we started for this game, we kind of wanted to find out what we enjoyed most doing as developers, making minigames, making loads of minigames, changing the type of gameplay, changing how the interactions work with players. So we kind of put a metagame experience similar to some of the asynchronous play that you play against your friends, but you play minigames against your friends. What that allowed us to do for this game is it allows us as developers make minigame after minigame after minigame, throw it in. If it's rough and it does crap, we throw it out. If it does well, we keep it in, and that sort of stuff. And it's also great for the artists who are part of the company, because they're the same. You don't get kind of bored doing one thing for a lot of time. So that's our first game, and we are just about getting into focusing on game 2, which that's on Facebook and Android. And it will be on iOS probably after Christmas with the Apple Day. So my presentation isn't going to be as much company focused or game focused. It's on continuous integration, which is one of the things that we do find incredibly important, and it's something that can drag you back so much, especially if you get a hit. If you get a hit in your hands, it can actually cost you a huge amount to actually catch up with what you with how to maintain, how to keep it there. So this is one of the first things that we had. This is the development environment for Monster Mini Games, and as you can see there, we use a cross-platform solution. We use Air, which is ActionScript, essentially Flash. So it's Flash on the website. It's Air on Android and iOS. And as you can see there, we have all these different entry points. The main code base stays in project, and every other one of them are really skeleton entry points. That is your main entry point to the game. Everything is linked back to one project base. Any code that changes in one place is propagated to each other project that we have. So the mobile project, the web project, and then the second thing that we find incredibly important, and this is something that we definitely learned in PopCap, is dealing with art assets. It can be the killer, absolute another killer to a games company. How to deal with huge art assets coming from multiple sources. Where do you keep the source art? How do you put it into export art? How do you then bring it into your game? So this is one of, this ties into the previous image. We decided to go with our source art 4 times our target screen size, which is iOS 5, 640. So all our source art are done at 1920 to 2880. Then we built a tool called ResGen. It's a resource generator which allows you to target different resolution sizes based on what you're building for. So if we're building for the website, we're building at one resolution. If we're building for your mobile, you're building for a different resolution. We are able to put small build scripts in our for ResGen that says, okay, you're coming from this resolution, build for iPhone. You're coming from this resolution, build for the website. While this may sound trivial, if you get a hit on your hands, it is essential to deal with these things properly. And the other thing about it is you take the hit up front by building these automated systems that then propagate and help you and just save you so much time going forward. These type of tooling, they're not sexy, they're not that part of game design, but they're so important. The other part of continuous integration is your source repository. We use Bitbucket. One of the main reasons we use Bitbucket was because you can have it for free, up to 5 projects for free, and it's private as opposed to GitHub. I think GitHub now allow you private repositories, but they didn't at the start. One of the other things about Bitbucket is that they have these hooks which you are able to point your source code repositories to other services that then do other things. So in here, this is for the user service that handles user login and user storing and has databases on it. That then points to our Jenkins service. Jenkins is an open source box that can sit on either locally or in the cloud and can do pretty much anything. It's called Jenkins because it's a butler. It's a butler service that does tasks. And as you can see here, we've got our Android build, we've got a backend project, we've got game service, we've got game config, monster minigame service, web build service. All of these get kicked off automatically. So if you update an art asset, build gets updated automatically. It propagates all the way through to the Facebook build that's up online. You build an Android, you make a change on the Android build, it propagates all the way through, and then it gets pushed down to our devices that automatically install the phone on our testing phones. The key thing about this and those services, they're free. They're all free. They take a bit of learning, they take a bit of upskilling, but they're free. You can install every one of these devices for free, other than this. This is Amazon. That's where it ends up. They're all our different servers that we use. This is another program called Chef, which you are able to, if you're using any sort of backend services, you're able to define roles for each one of your servers that then you are able to say, I want to build a brand new box that is user database and the front end, the website front end, and you can hit one button to automatically build a new box. Which again, if you're aiming to try and get to 1 million users, you need to have those sort of things built up front. That's the website. Last one, as was said previously, build yourself a tool that allows you to change your game really quickly. This is Django, which is free with a JSON front end, which enables you to make custom changes to a JSON file that gets loaded into your game that has different gameplay, different values, all sorts of things that you want to tweak, that then goes down to the end game that enables you to do all this. So that's 5.
Okay, we're in time, so I'm going to ask you, a lot of people sitting on the stairs and we've a